Welcome, aviation enthusiasts and history buffs, to Classic Duels, a captivating mini documentary series that takes you deep into the heart of the adrenaline-pumping battles that unfolded in the skies during World War II. In this episode, we're in the skies above Europe from 1943 to 1945, and we're going to talk about the iconic duel of the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt versus the Messerschmitt BF-109. The American P-47 Thunderbolt and the German Messerschmitt BF-109 were two iconic World War II fighter aircraft that engaged in numerous aerial dogfights during World War II. These encounters occurred primarily in the European Theatre of Operations, ETO, and played a crucial role in shaping the outcome of the air war. So let's delve into the history of their encounters, with their first encounter happening in May 1943. The P-47 Thunderbolts were often employed as escorts for American bombers like the B-17 Flying Fortress and B-24 Liberator. They would encounter the BF-109s in the skies above Europe during the strategic bombing campaigns, where there would be intense and frequent duels between the two fighters. The Thunderbolt and BF-109 would also clash during large-scale air battles in the air campaign over Normandy following the D-Day landings, and they would also participate in some intense aerial combat over Germany in 1944 to 45. The P-47 Thunderbolt, produced by Republic Aviation, was a formidable American fighter aircraft known for its rugged design and heavy firepower. It entered service with the United States Army Air Forces, USAAF, in 1942, and quickly became one of the mainstays of the US fighter force, being used in various theatres of operation during World War II. The P-47 was primarily designed as a high-altitude interceptor, but proved to be versatile and effective in various roles, including ground attack, and went on to become the most produced American fighter of the war. The Messerschmitt BF-109 was a German fighter aircraft that became the backbone of the Luftwaffe's fighter force, and was one of the most produced and widely used fighters by the Germans during the war. The BF-109 first saw combat during the Spanish Civil War, and continued to evolve throughout the conflict. Its excellent manoeuvrability and adaptability made it a formidable opponent for any Allied aircraft. The Gustav G series entered service in 1942, and was characterised by its versatile capabilities. It was armed with a combination of machine guns and cannon armament, and had a top speed that allowed it to compete with most Allied fighters. The K series was introduced in 1944, and represented the pinnacle of BF-109 development. It featured a more powerful engine, improved aerodynamics, increased firepower, and was designed to counter the Allied air threat as the war was turning against Germany. Both these heavily armed aircraft would employ different tactics. The P-47 pilots often preferred hit-and-run attacks, where they would utilise the Thunderbolt's speed and diving capabilities, whereas the BF-109 pilots relied on their aircraft's agility and would attempt to outmaneuver the Thunderbolts. So yeah, at first, the P-47 initially faced challenges in dogfights against the more manoeuvrable German fighters, like the Messerschmitt BF-109. The Thunderbolt's large size and weight made it less agile, and its initial high-altitude performance was not as favourable as the designers had hoped. So the experienced BF-109 pilots would rely on the aircraft's agility and speed to outmaneuver opponents. However, the P-47's firepower of 850 caliber machine guns and superior durability with its robust construction sometimes gave American pilots an advantage, which was especially the case in head-to-head engagements, and the P-47 proved to be a tough adversary in a dogfight. So to counter the legendary BF-109's advantages in agility, the P-47 pilots developed tactics that capitalised on the Thunderbolt's strengths, such as its ruggedness, speed and firepower. So this meant that they often employed hit-and-run tactics, using the P-47's superior dive speed to engage the enemy and then disengage to avoid prolonged dogfights. As the war progressed, the Allies gained air superiority, and the P-47's performance improved with upgrades, such as a bubble canopy, which gave the pilots better visibility, more powerful engines, and longer range, all of which further enhanced the Thunderbolt's capabilities. And while the BF-109 always remained a formidable opponent, the Germans faced increasing challenges as the war went on, and as the Allies gained air superiority, such as lesser experienced German pilots. And it's worth noting that it was a P-47 Thunderbolt that shot down legendary German ace Günter Roll on the 12th of May in 1944. In conclusion, the aerial dogfights between the P-47 Thunderbolt and the Messerschmitt BF-109 were a critical aspect of the air war in the European theatre. These encounters showcase the strengths and weaknesses of each aircraft and the evolving tactics employed by the pilots on both sides, as technology and experience shaped the course of aerial combat during World War II. So that's it for this glimpse into epic struggles of the past. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with more riveting tales of aviation history, etc. Check out the two videos at the end, or my CD reviews, or even the playlist I've created. Cheers.